So today we're going to take down this 96-foot greenhouse. It's 20 feet wide, or 21 feet wide. We're going to start off with the tools that I brought. I've had a lot of help with the Facebook group from the. I'll put that in the description of who they are. They were really helpful. And one of the things that they said, bring a generator. This is a small inverter generator with an extension cord, drill bits, batteries that I'm going to be charging as we go, a small tool bag with miscellaneous tools, a grinder, so if we have to cut down any anchors or bolts, we can use the grinder with several cutting wheels on it. The drill set here, I have another box of Allen wrenches and ratchets in different sizes. We have a can of wasp spray. That was one of the things that was recommended. Another thing that was recommended was to bring this paint and actually paint the joints where they're going to be connecting, so that way it's easier on the other side. When we start to reassemble it, we can match the paint and use it. Also, markers are really useful because we're going to label all the ribs, all the legs in its numbers. That way it's easier to reassemble. We're going to need a knife, and the one thing that wasn't mentioned is bring in a weed eater because this thing is overgrown. So what we'll do is we're going to start with, we're going to take these ropes down right here. Then we're going to take off this placeholders for the vinyl material, and then from there, after we're done, we'll have to take down this the rest of the fabric, or if the fabric is in too bad of shape when I'm removing these, I'm just gonna start cutting it. As I was told that this fabric might not be actually worth saving. We'll see once we start getting into it. Once we take off the plastic, which is going to be difficult, we might have to cut it. I'm going to take off this front section and just drive the truck in, and we'll use the bed to stand on. So we learned a neat little trick. This is actually a tool for siding, and to get these things out is really hard, but that siding tool works really well. Look at how quick that is. That's awesome. He's beating me, but I'm only about 4 to 10 feet in. He's already 25, 40 feet in. The next thing that we did here is we're starting to take these screws out. Originally I wanted to cut the fabric, but it doesn't really matter because these have to be disassembled anyway. We took the plastic down. It's pretty overgrown here, so I'm gonna come in with the weed eater and try to trim it up a little bit so there's actual room. Alright, so we painted them white on where the ribs meet the walls, and the bolts and such as well. Lucky taking this down. They didn't concrete them in or use any type of anchoring system, but they're about 2 feet underground. So what I'm going to do is, it's actually not that hard. The corner posts are the hardest. Just loosen her up, and it's done. We did that about 50 times over.
Yes, we did.
Really quickly, I just want to say what we did here. We had the bottom legs and braces all the way at the bottom of this thing. You can see that. And then we put the fabric in the middle, squished it, and then the doors on top. So for the 20-foot bed, what we did here is we started with the long pieces because it spans over 4 pallets. The long pieces went down. Over the long pieces we put the front and back frame, and then the ribs went on top. Now this is a little bit of a hassle because you can't get the forklift in here off the road. So what we did is we used sticks to guide. That's kind of a big deal. You can kind of see one right there. There's a stick to guide. There's one on this end. And then we actually also had one in the middle going through that way. Overall, this worked out pretty well.